Okay, students, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with me, Riza Muzaki at FES'T Fun English at SMAS. How are you, students? I hope that today you're in a good condition, still in a good motivation in learning, especially learning English. Today it is a great pleasure, a great time for us to discuss about the material of English. Well, students, today I would like to tell you about some material that relating with the monologue text. It is the text that has functions to give the arguments to share the arguments about the topic or about the recent issue in Indonesia or maybe in other countries in the world. So to make you know what exactly it is, we discuss and let's check this one. Okay, students, let's start for 3.8 in basic competence here. First is distinguishing social function, general structures and language features written and spoken of some hortatory text by giving and asking information dealing with the recent topics, point of views, supporting arguments and suggestion based on the context of its use. So this one is telling about distinguishing between some of hortatory texts, and then we try to identify and we try to analyze some of the parts in hortatory text itself. And then next is I would like to show you about basic competence in 4.8, composing and capturing the meaning contextual dealing with social function, during structures, singular features, written and spoken without the text about the recent topics of view based on the context of its use. So it is the activity will be composing and also capturing the meaning of hortatory text. And indicators, absolutely there are two indicators that will be done. The first is capturing and the second is composing of hortatory text. Okay, so then let's step to the main discussion of our lesson today. Our meeting today is about about watching a video that this video consists of the hortatory text. Let's check this out.
COVID-19 is the short name for the disease known as novel coronavirus disease 2019. Coronaviruses are a large group of similar viruses. Some are known to infect humans, such as SARS-CoV and MERS-CoV. The one that causes COVID-19 is called SARS-CoV-2. All coronaviruses are named for the crown-like spikes that cover their surface, called spike or S proteins. Inside the virus, genetic material called RNA is made up of genes. Genes carry the information to make more copies of the virus. The virus can infect you if it enters your mouth, nose, or lungs. Inside your body, the S protein of the virus locks to a receptor on the surface of one of your cells. This can trigger the virus to enter the cell in a couple of ways. It may cause the virus to fuse with the cell surface, then release its genes into the cell. Or the cell may pull the virus inside by enclosing it in a sac. Once inside, the virus can fuse to the sac and release its genes. Next, the genes use a structure in your cell called a ribosome to make new copies of the virus. The new viruses travel to the surface of the cell. There, they leave to infect more cells. In the meantime, viral S proteins left on the surface of the infected cell can cause it to fuse with nearby healthy cells, forming a giant cell. This may be another way for the virus to spread between cells. People may be infected with COVID-19 for 2 to 14 days before symptoms appear. The three main symptoms of COVID-19 are a fever, cough, and shortness of breath. Other symptoms may include tiredness, body aches, stuffy nose, sore throat, diarrhea and vomiting, loss of appetite, and loss of smell. Most people have a mild illness and can recover at home. Some people who have the virus may not get sick at all or may show no symptoms. But if you have trouble breathing or any other symptoms that are severe, call your doctor or the emergency room. They will tell you what to do. For most people who have the virus, the risk for serious illness is thought to be low. People 65 years and older may have a higher risk for serious illness. And people of any age may be at high risk if they have underlying conditions, such as chronic lung disease or asthma, serious heart conditions, diabetes, severe obesity, chronic kidney disease, and liver disease. High-risk groups also include people with a weakened immune system, including those on certain medications, such as corticosteroids, people in cancer treatment, and those with HIV or AIDS. Even if you aren't in a high-risk group, it's important to practice social distancing, which means keeping at least 2 meters or 6 feet between you and other people. This helps prevent infections and serious illness in others as well as yourself. For up-to-date information about COVID-19 and other ways to prevent its spread, visit the CDC website at cdc.gov/coronavirus/2019-NCOV.
Well, that's students the short video that you can watch for the lessons. Exactly, this is the explanations about the coronavirus that recently we have. It is only for the additional information for you that relating what's relating the video with the hortatory text. It will be explained after this. And for next is the question is, what does this video talk about? And this video telling about persuade us to stay away from coronavirus. So because the dangers of coronavirus based on the explanations of this video, so we should stay away. So this called as the hortatory text, because this text asks us to stay away from coronavirus. Okay, next let me show you about the text. Okay, I'd like to show you about the text of another topic. It is not relating with the coronavirus. This is text about the hortatory text that is under title Character Education for Teenagers. You can read by yourself here. Okay, students, I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry because today it is part of my planning that there are some noisy voice coming. It is from the planes flying over us. So I hope that you understand about that condition. So let me repeat. This is called as hortatory text. Why this text called as hortatory text? You can see from the question given here. There are 3 questions. The purpose, and the first is, what is communicative approach of the text above? To persuade reader to be an excellent teenager. So the key of hortatory text is to persuade reader. Hortatory exposition has a function to persuade reader about something, the topic that's given. And then mention in short theory structures of explanation text. There are 3 theory structures. There are 3 theory structures of hortatory text. The first is thesis, argument, and the last is recommendation. So this is called the thesis, giving you the first information about the topics that will be discussed, and the second is the arguments. The arguments are given to emphasize or to discuss about the topics given above the first paragraph, and the last is recommendation. It means that the main characteristic of hortatory is the last paragraph suggests person to do or not to do something. So this is called as recommendation. Okay, so the last is the language features is simple present. You can see this is simple present. In this period, teenagers need, this is the first one called a simple present, and there is other teenager is a period. This is also simple present. So it is not only two of these are simple present, but in some sentences they also use simple present. This is a period when at this time period teenager is looking for, this is present. That's why they should get character. They should get character. It is called as simple present as well. So this is the explanation of hortatory text. Now I have two texts here. I have two texts here, and the task is I need you to analyze them. There are two texts. This is the first assessment for you in 3.8. Analyze them between two of these texts from the social function, the jury structures, and also the language features that is used in these two texts. And then after that, you can fill the text that you analyze, fulfill to this box. You can make by yourself on your piece of paper, and then you make the table something like this: jury structure, thesis, arguments, recommendation, and then contents if the writer point of view, and like this. Series of argument. Also, the writer gives recommendations to the reader. So the text you put from the text I show you before, you should put the thesis, which the thesis of text 1, which the thesis of text 2, which arguments of text 1, which arguments of text 2, and the last is which recommendation of text 1 and which recommendation of text 2. So that is the first assessment that you should do during this lesson. Okay, students, so we go to the next discussion of this topic. This material is in 4.8, relating with the activity of the second assessment that you should do. The first is compose. Now, I need you to compose the hortatory text based on the topic given. So, I have already given you, there are 5 topics that I mentioned in this presentation. The first is drugs. Second is junk food, third is corruption, fourth is young age marriage, and 5 is bullying. So you may choose one of them. You write down on the piece of paper, and then you capture it and send to the assessment box. So this is the second assessment. The first assessment is you should compare between two texts of hortatory text and put them, analyze them, and then put them in the table with the suitable answers. And the second assessment, I need you to compose hortatory text with the topics given here. Okay, I think that's all for today, students. I hope that you understand about my explanation in hortatory text, and see you next time with a similar channel but different discussion with me, Rizam Zaki, at FES'T Fun English at Smash. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.